WHDD presents Susan Says.
I'll have to admit it. I was worried about the president's speech, the State of the Union. So much on his plate, and now the war in Ukraine, but he knocked it out of the park. That's the only baseball reference we might have this season, by the way, unfortunately. Anyway, he was tough, warm, decent, prepared, and said, "We're going to be okay." And I believe him. Even the Repugs gave him many standing ovations, well-deserved. And to see those two women sitting behind him, cool. Although Kamala looked very different. Anyway, moving on. He started with the proper take on Putin and his menace, and had gotten all the other countries together to fight. He then went on to domestic issues, reminded MAGAs of how much he's accomplished over the year, even though they don't want to know it or admit it. And then we see Steve Scalise and McCarthy, the coward, whispering and reading their phones and, please, sharing half that brain they do. Susan Collins, iffy sometimes, yes, not sure. More standing O's than I remember. Chuck Schumer jumping up to applaud. Finally, the president stated his 4 big goals that all sides could support. 1, the opioid crisis, yes. 2, mental health. 3, veterans, yay, for sure. 4, cancer. Yes, the Repugs can back all those, and he really wants to bring us together. Fareed Zakaria wanted a more robust attack on Putin, but most pundits said that it was good, it was right, except faux news, of course. The moving moments included the Ukrainian woman ambassador with her flag putting her hand on her heart in thanks. That darling 13-year-old boy with diabetes, so adorable, an example of why Big Pharma must be attacked so he can afford his meds. Jill Biden has fabulous hair, that's just an aside. The president said we'll be okay. I believe him. I needed to hear it. Let's hope the Congress can get its act together and be bipartisan. They gave their own response. I don't know, some Republican woman from somewhere who shall be nameless. I couldn't even listen. Anyway, our president is so human, so present, so decent. He was at his best last night. A few minced pronunciations like I just did. Hey, give the guy a break. He has a stutter and I don't. Well, the point of it was the total thing, yeah, excellent, A+. And as he left, he stopped and talked to everyone. He spoke to us. That's the most important thing. Oh, and to the brave Ukrainian people, we are with you, and we should be ashamed that we complain about wearing a mask and being inconvenienced when you stand in front of tanks.
Susan Silver was one of the original writers of such TV classics as The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Maude and Bob Newhart. She lectures and teaches sitcom writing and had a column on the New York Social Diary called The Search for Mr. Adequate. She hasn't found him yet. Appearing on TV and radio often, she expresses her views on life and opinions on everything.